All right, guys, it is official. Many people have made comments about it, alluded to it in videos, and it's important that we talk about it. What I'm referring to is Robinhood is officially ending support for ADA, Matic, and Solana. All right. Now, this is obviously coming on the back of the SEC alleging that these assets in particular are securities. So what Robinhood is trying to do is they're essentially trying to get out ahead of this thing. They're trying to be proactive in the off chance that they are in fact classified as securities. Once, we go through court cases and all this stuff, they don't want to be implicated by potentially selling quote unquote unregistered securities. We've seen this happen with exchanges in the past with XRP, for example. We had a feeling it was coming, right? We shouldn't have been surprised by any means. Now, what we have to know is that there will be some fallout from this. Okay, we're likely going to see prices dropping. Obviously, we're seeing them drop right now. ADA is officially under 30 cents as of right now. The reason why this is going to happen is because when we look at Robinhood, Robinhood is geared towards new traders, specifically around the stock market, but people in Robinhood are starting to dabble in crypto. In fact, there's viewers here on my channel that use Robinhood for trading. A lot of those people aren't necessarily as experienced when it comes to other exchanges in the ecosystem, right? They're not familiar with either, larger exchanges or DeFi or anything like that. What Robinhood has said is that by June 27th at 6:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you need to have these assets moved off of Robinhood or they need to be sold. And if you don't act, they're going to be sold for you. Okay. This is basically their warning, their preemptive, get it done or we're going to get it done for you. All right. What a lot of people aren't familiar with is how to move their assets. They're not familiar with cold wallets. They're not familiar with hot wallets. And I'm not speaking about everybody. Obviously, there are people that are familiar with this, but for a lot of these people, the easiest thing to do is sell their assets. Okay. And we are starting to see that now. This is the fallout that we're seeing. Now, I will say, if you guys ever look at the stats for Robinhood, the average holdings of a Robinhood person are a lot smaller. They don't have as large a quantity of assets as other exchanges would have. However, there are a lot of people on Robinhood. There are a lot of users. In fact, they have a lot more users than what you'd see in some of the other exchanges. So it's tough to gauge where exactly this fallout is going to end. Okay, we don't know obviously how low price is going to go. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see some fallout through this next week here as we move through the FOMC meeting and the CPI report. Obviously, those are times where ADA could turn around, start to gain some ground back. But it's important that we be aware that this right now is going on. There's going to be a lot of people leading up to that time. A lot of people are probably going to take care of it, now. But at the same time, there's going to be probably some people that don't know that are going to get liquidated by Robinhood themselves. So do be aware that this is on the horizon. Now, that being said, this isn't FUD or anything like that. I'm not trying to spread negativity. It's important that we just know about this happening, okay? It's important to know that there are possibly some downside or some negative sides ahead. Now, the great thing is what this presents is more opportunity, okay? If you didn't get into ADA at 24 cents or, any of those prices that we saw in early January before everything took off, this may be your opportunity to do it again. I'm a big advocate of buying the dip. I love these opportunities. I love pullbacks. Here's the thing. I believe in ADA long-term, right? I believe in Cardano long-term. I believe in the vision, what's being built, the way that they've been tackling it at this time. This doesn't change any part of that. I've said that in other videos recently. Obviously, this big cloud of, being a possible security and the SEC is looming over the head of Cardano and the other affected assets right now. But that's not going to change the direction of what is being done. It will not change it 100%. Okay. So look towards the future. Look at the opportunities that are ahead of us. The overall crypto market right now is actually feeling not so great. Okay. Almost everything is down on the day. Obviously, Dogecoin's rallying. That's kind of nice to see. Litecoin rallying too a little bit, but for the most part, flat. We need some direction. We may get it over the next few days, but just be prepared. Okay. This doesn't mean that ADA's going to zero. I've seen comments about that too. I pay attention to all the comments, guys. No, ADA is in fact not going to zero. What you have to remember is that what's happening here in the US doesn't necessarily affect the other parts of the world. The US, the securities laws that the SEC is trying to impose on crypto when they're not actually securities, FYI, that doesn't impact what people are doing abroad. It just affects us here. So people over here are causing a stir, while there may be people abroad that are buying the dip and eating up and taking advantage of these moments. So this video has gotten a little long, so I'm going to shut it down now, but I appreciate you guys. We have to just hang in there, take advantage of the opportunities that are ahead of us, and look towards the brighter days later on in this market cycle. But I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a good one. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Take care.